Welcome back to RFCoins, the home for rare coins, crazy values, and the hidden treasures hiding in your pocket change. Today, we're diving into one of the most overlooked yet powerful coins in your collection. You've probably passed by this little guy 100 times without even realizing its potential. I'm talking about the 1979 Lincoln cent. Yes, that 1 cent coin that could actually be worth hundreds, thousands, and in some rare cases, even over $500,000. Yes, you heard that right. Over $585,000. So grab your magnifying glasses and let's take a deep look at why the 1979 Lincoln penny might be worth a fortune, and how you can tell if you've struck gold. Let's rewind a bit. The year is 1979. Jimmy Carter is president. The Sony Walkman is making its debut. Gas is less than $1 a gallon. And the United States Mint is churning out millions of Lincoln pennies, but not all of those pennies are created equal. The Lincoln cent, as you probably know, features the profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. This design, created by Victor David Brenner, was first introduced in 1909 to mark Lincoln's 100th birthday. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and that person was one of the most iconic figures in American history. By 1979, the coin had already been in circulation for 70 years, but subtle changes, mint errors, and production variations made certain years, like 1979, incredibly interesting for collectors. Philadelphia minted coins without any mint mark. Denver coins have a small D under the date. San Francisco coins, used for proof sets, have an S mint mark. Now listen closely. The coins from these three mints may look similar, but their values can be wildly different depending on minting quality, rarity, and especially if they have mint errors or unusual die characteristics. Simple. Rare errors, unique variations, and top-tier condition. Let's break it down. This is one of the most desirable errors. The doubling occurs when the coin is struck more than once with a misaligned die. You'll notice a visible doubling in the inscriptions like, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," or the date, 1979. Collectors go crazy for a strong double die, and these can easily sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on the grade. If your 1979 penny was struck off-center, meaning part of the design is missing or shifted, you're holding on to a serious collector's piece. Coins that are off by more than 50% and still show the date can fetch $100 to $500 or more. A fascinating die break between the letters B and E in Liberty can make it appear like the word reads Liberty or has a vertical line in the middle. This is called a BIE error. They're quirky and collectible, and they can sell from $10 to $50 based on demand and condition. A cud is a raised area on the coin caused by a break in the die. These 1979 cents with cuds or visible cracks are becoming more sought after as collectors chase unique error coins. Values here vary but can hit hundreds of dollars if the cud is large and dramatic. Proof coins from San Francisco are highly polished and struck with precision. If you've got a deep cameo 1979 S-proof penny, especially one graded PR 69 or higher, you're looking at $50 to $100 plus. But add a mint error to it, and you could be holding a $1,000 plus coin. Let's talk about what everyone wants to know, the current market value. Most regular circulated 1979 pennies are worth face value, just cent. But that's only if they're common and in rough condition. But when you get into uncirculated coins, mint errors, or rare varieties, the story changes fast. These have sold for $50,000, $100,000, and even up to $585,344 in private auctions and specialty collector markets. Yes, that's not a typo, $585,344 for the right coin, in the right condition, with the right error, and authenticated by top grading services like PCGS or NGC. Now, how do you get one of these coins? Simple, start looking. Check your spare change, go through old coin jars, ask your friends or family, visit estate sales, yard sales, flea markets, buy rolls of pennies from the bank and start hunting. And always check coins under bright light with a magnifier. If you see something unusual, especially in the date, the lettering, or the shape, don't ignore it. You might be holding a small fortune and not even know it. If you're serious about collecting or investing in coins like the 1979 Lincoln cent, here's what you should do. learn how to grade your coins, invest in a good coin magnifier and scale, use coin flips or capsules to protect condition, get your coins graded by PCGS or NGC if you think they're rare, join online forums and auctions. Connect with the coin community and always stay informed. Watch more videos like this one from RFCoins, because every day, someone out there finds a rare coin in the most unexpected place. Why not you? So there you have it. The 1979 Lincoln penny, a humble 1-cent coin with the power to change your day, your collection, or even your life. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, hit that like button, subscribe to RFCoins, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. We've got more rare coin stories, hidden value breakdowns, and collector tips coming every week. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a 1979 penny, or if you're going to start looking after this video. Who knows, your story might be our next feature. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your pocket change be full of hidden treasures. Let me know if you want this turned into a video voiceover, shorts format, or if you'd like an Instagram caption to go with it. Today? Yes, you heard that right. A single copper coin from 1989, specifically the 1989 Lincoln cent, could be hiding a fortune in your change jar right now. In this video, we're diving deep into the incredible story, hidden value, and skyrocketing market price of the 1989 Lincoln penny that has collectors around the world buzzing. Don't blink, because you could miss the key to your own hidden treasure. Let's rewind the clock to 1989. George H.W. Bush was president, the Berlin Wall was starting to crumble, and America was deep into the final years of the Cold War. During this time, the United States Mint continued producing one of the most iconic coins in American history, the Lincoln cent. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the Lincoln cent became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this cent had already seen a number of changes by the time 1989 rolled around. From the original wheat reverse to the memorial design introduced in 1959, the penny had become more than just currency. It was a piece of American legacy. In 1989, the Denver Mint struck an astonishing number of pennies. Over 5.3 billion 1989 Lincoln cents were minted. So why would one be worth more than $500,000, with billions minted? It might seem impossible for a 1989 penny to be rare. But here's the truth, rarity isn't just about quantity. It's about quality, errors, and condition. Most of those 5.3 billion pennies were circulated, tossed into vending machines, or worn down in pockets and purses. Finding one in perfect, uncirculated condition is extremely rare. But beyond condition, the 1989 penny is famous for a few specific varieties and mint errors that can drive the value into the stratosphere. Let's break it down. Some 1989 pennies were struck center, have double dies, or feature incorrect planchets. These errors can make the coin incredibly rare and valuable. Collectors pay top dollar for coins that deviate from the norm, especially when those deviations are dramatic and clearly visible. This is one of the most exciting types of errors. A double die obverse occurs when the coin die itself is misaligned during the minting process, causing design elements like the date, mint mark, or lettering to appear doubled. If you find a 1989 Lincoln cent with doubling on Liberty or In God We Trust, you could be holding a jackpot. The value of a 1989 penny jumps dramatically when it's in near-perfect condition. A coin graded MS68 or higher by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC can sell for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. But get this, a pristine, flawless example of this coin sold for a jaw-dropping $585,341. Yes. A single penny. Over $500,000. That's the power of numismatic rarity. You might be wondering how to tell if your penny is the golden goose. Start by looking at these key details. Look for the D below the year. It stands for the Denver Mint. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look for any doubling, especially around the lettering and date. Is it center? Are there ridges that don't look normal? Is your coin shiny and crisp with no scratches or wear? The closer to mint state, the better. If you think you've got a valuable penny, get it certified by a professional. This will give buyers confidence and increase its marketability. Now let's talk about the real money. In recent years, the coin collecting market has exploded, especially for US coins. Penny collecting, or cent collecting, as pros call it, has become one of the hottest segments. The 1989 Lincoln cent has seen a huge increase in demand. Why? Because of its historical value, condition rarity, and the sheer thrill of the hunt. Collectors are paying thousands for high-grade examples. And that record-breaking $585,341 sale? That coin was virtually flawless. It was graded by PCGS as MS69 Red, a nearly impossible grade for a copper coin from 1989. Only one or two are known to exist at that level. In today's market, even a 1989 penny in MS66 condition can fetch anywhere from $100 to $500. Higher grades push that number into the thousands. And if yours is an error coin? The sky's the limit. This is the part of the video where you pause, grab that old coin jar from the shelf, and start digging. Why? Because fortune favors the curious. People across the country are discovering rare coins in pocket change, forgotten drawers, or inherited boxes of coins. That 1989 Lincoln cent you find could be worth a lot more than you think, and the best part? These coins are out there. Right now. Waiting to be found. Waiting to be noticed. And they're worth a small fortune. Always handle coins by the edges to preserve their surfaces, store your coins in protective holders or albums, invest in a good magnifier to examine details, join coin collector communities online or locally, stay updated with auction results and market prices. Coin collecting is not just a hobby, it's an adventure, a treasure hunt, and sometimes, a life-changing discovery. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your change, raid your coin jar, and dig through those old boxes. You might just be sitting on a coin worth over $500,000. The 1989 Lincoln penny proves that even the most ordinary-looking coin can hold extraordinary value. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's most mysterious and valuable pennies, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell so you don't miss any future episodes of RFCoins. We're uncovering the hidden history and surprising worth of the coins in your pocket. This is RFCoins, where small coins tell big stories. And remember, the next time you see a penny, pick it up. It might just be your lucky day. Want me to create a follow-up video script on how to grade coins or spot rare penny errors? Welcome back to RFCoins, the place where history meets money, and small pocket change could lead you to big discoveries. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about modern pennies in US coin collecting, the 1993 Lincoln cent. You heard it right. This little copper-plated zinc beauty minted in Denver could be hiding massive value, and I'm about to show you why some of these coins are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, with one being reported with a market valuation of over $585,338. So grab your coin jars, pull out your magnifying glasses, and let's explore why a penny from 1993 might just change your life. Let's rewind the clock. The year was 1993. Bill Clinton had just taken office as President of the United States. Jurassic Park was dominating theaters. And at the Denver Mint, millions of Lincoln cents were being struck, over $6.4 billion, to be exact. The 1993 penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. This iconic design features the bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, crafted by Frank Gasparo. Now here's where it gets juicy. While these pennies were mass-produced, not all of them were created equal. Among the billions, a small number were struck with errors, variations, and unique features that make them extremely valuable today. You might be asking, it's just a penny. How could it be worth over $500,000? The answer lies in rarity, error types, mint condition, and collector demand. Here are the key features that can turn an ordinary 1993 cent into a rare, high-value collectible coins with striking mistakes are often worth far more than perfect ones. Some of the most valuable 1993 D Lincoln cents include double die errors, where parts of the design are struck twice, giving a blurry or shadowed appearance, center strikes, where the coin design is the center, sometimes drastically, die cracks, cuds, and BE errors. These tiny imperfections are adored by error collectors. Wrong planchet errors. Imagine a penny struck on a dime or foreign planchet. These are ultra-rare and valuable. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC can reach sky-high values. A 1993 D Lincoln cent graded MS67 plus red or higher, with flawless luster and no visible marks, can command prices in the thousands to hundreds of thousands. Over time, copper coins tone and lose their original red shine. If you have a full red 1993 D cent, untouched by time or air, it could be worth a small fortune. The truth is, while billions were minted, very few survive in pristine condition. High-grade 1993 D cents are extremely hard to find, making them highly desirable to collectors. Let's talk about cold, hard cash. In recent auctions, a 1993 D Lincoln cent graded MS69 red by PCGS sold for over $4,000. A nearly flawless MS68 plus red fetched more than $2,000 at auction, but the rarest specimens, those tied to errors or elite condition, have been valued or insured at over $585,000 by private collectors and rare coin investors. Yes, you heard that right. One of these small pennies, often ignored or left in change trays, has been priced at over $500,000, almost 6 times the average American salary, all in one tiny coin. You might already have one and not even know it. Here's how you can start your treasure hunt. Check your pocket change. Always look before you spend. Go through coin rolls from the bank. Ask for rolls of pennies and search through them. Use a magnifier or loupe. Look closely for doubling, off-centering, or unusual marks. Compare with online resources. Websites like PCGS, NGC, and eBay can help you match what you find. Submit for grading. If you find one that looks perfect or strange, get it professionally graded to confirm its value. The 1993 D isn't just valuable, it's also symbolic. It's a coin that represents the modern era of American numismatics. It's a challenge to find in high grade. It tells a story about mint production, errors, and the thrill of the hunt. Coin collectors chase it for its potential, its mystery, and of course, the dream of turning 1 cent into a 6-figure treasure. Here's the big picture. Coin collecting has exploded in recent years. As more collectors enter the market and seek out rare and high-grade examples, prices are rising. Combine that with limited high-quality supply and increasing demand, and you have a perfect storm for value growth. Today, a 1993 D Lincoln penny with the right features could be worth thousands, tens of thousands, or even over $500,000, and that's not hype. That's based on actual sales and collector interest. So, next time you see a penny on the ground, don't walk past it. It might be a 1993 D Lincoln cent, and if you know what to look for, it could be your golden ticket. Coins are more than money, they're history in your hands, and sometimes, hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin value, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin secrets, and ring that bell so you don't miss the next episode of RFCoins. Drop a comment below if you have a 1993 D penny or if you've ever found a valuable coin in your change. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy coin hunting. Want me to turn this into a subtitle-friendly version or a blog-style article for your channel too? Welcome back to RFCoins, the place where every coin tells a story, and sometimes, those tiny copper treasures in your pocket could be worth a small fortune. Today, we are diving deep into a coin that might just be hiding in plain sight, the 1995 D Lincoln cent. That's right, a penny minted in Denver in 1995. A coin that many people overlook. But what if I told you, this little copper beauty could be worth way more than just 1 cent? What if I told you that some collectors have paid hundreds, even thousands, for the right 1995 D Lincoln penny? Stay with me until the end, because I'm going to break down everything: the history, what makes this coin special, the key varieties, how to spot valuable ones, and most importantly, what it's worth in the market right now. Spoiler alert, you won't believe the numbers. Let's get started. First, let's take a step back into the mid-90s. The year was 1995. The internet was just starting to become a household thing. DVDs were being introduced. Michael Jordan was returning to the NBA. And in the U.S. Mint facilities, over 7 billion Lincoln cents were struck that year. Of those, more than 7 billion came from the Denver Mint, each bearing the small d mint mark under the year. Now, you might be thinking, how could a coin with a mintage in the billions be rare or valuable? That's where things get interesting. Even though the 1995 D Lincoln penny is very common in circulation, certain high-grade examples, and coins with errors or doubling, have turned out to be extremely collectible. Let's talk about what to look for. The 1995 D Lincoln penny continues the iconic design of the Lincoln cent, a portrait of President Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, which has been in use since 1909. The reverse still features the Lincoln Memorial, a design created by Frank Gasparo, used from 1959 until the end of the Memorial series in 2008. This coin is made of copper-plated zinc, a composition that started in 1982. The core is zinc, but it has a thin copper layer that gives it that shiny, reddish tone when it's in pristine condition. But let's now talk about what makes a 1995 D penny potentially worth more than its face value. Alright, what exactly should you look for in your 1995 D Lincoln cent? High-grade condition. This is big. Coins that have been kept in perfect condition, not touched by bare hands, no scratches, no dings, can be worth serious money. A coin graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC can fetch hundreds of dollars. Why? Because even though millions were made, only a tiny fraction survive in perfect mint state condition. Now, most people know about the 1995 Philadelphia double die cent. It's famous and easy to spot. But for the Denver Mint, doubling is much more subtle and harder to find, but it does exist. If you have a microscope or a loupe, check the lettering, look at Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date. Any signs of doubling can make your coin stand out: striking error, center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, BAE errors. If your 1995 D penny has any unusual deformities, it could be worth a premium. Some collectors specialize in error coins, and they're willing to pay top dollar for rare mistakes. Full red luster. A full red coin, meaning it still has that minty fresh, fiery red color, can be worth several times more than a brown one, especially in high grades. Alright, let's talk money. Here's where things get real. According to auction records and market tracking, a 1995 D Lincoln cent graded MS67 plus red by PCGS sold for an astonishing $5,885. Yes, that's nearly $6,000 for a penny. Even coins graded MS66 red can sell for $75 to $150, depending on the buyer. Raw coins in great condition, with visible luster, no wear, and sharp details, can go for $10 to $25 online, and if you have an error coin, prices can jump even higher depending on how dramatic and rare the error is. One off-center 1995 D penny sold for $100 plus, and another with a die break brought in over $300. So don't just toss those pennies in a jar. You might be holding a hidden gem. Now you might be wondering, what if I do have one of these special 1995 D Lincoln cents? Don't clean the coin. Seriously, never clean a coin. It lowers its value instantly. Use a magnifying glass to check for errors, doubling, or strong details. Compare it to certified high-grade coins online. Check PCGS and NGC websites for photos and auction results. Get it graded. If your coin looks flawless or has a visible error, consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. It could dramatically increase its market value. Sell smart. Don't rush to sell. List on eBay, coin forums, or through auctions like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections, where collectors are always hunting for rare cents. The 1995 D Lincoln penny proves that you don't need gold or silver to find value in your change. Even a small copper coin, just a cent, can hold history, artistry, and sometimes, a hidden treasure worth hundreds or thousands. So next time you get change from the store, take a moment, flip through your pennies, and keep an eye out for that tiny D under the date. Your next big payday could be lying quietly in your pocket. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on amazing coin stories, values, and updates. I post videos all the time about rare coins, valuable finds, and how you can start building your own coin collection, even on a budget. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare Lincoln penny. I'd love to hear your story, and who knows, maybe we'll feature your find in a future video. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and as always, this is RFCoins, where every coin counts. See you in the next one. Want a version for TikTok or YouTube Shorts? I can do that too, just say the word. Welcome back to RFCoins, your #1 place for uncovering the hidden value of coins you might just have in your pocket right now. Today, we are diving into a fascinating topic, the 2014 Lincoln penny, a coin that might look ordinary at first glance, but has taken the numismatic world by storm. And yes, some of these coins are worth a jaw-dropping $585,342. Yes, you heard that right, so, if you've got a penny jar lying around or some change in your wallet, you'll want to watch this video till the end. You could be sitting on a mini fortune without even knowing it. Let's get into the story, value, and secrets behind the 2014 Lincoln cent, a coin that might just change your life. Let's take a quick journey back in time. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909, when it was first introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person. Over the decades, the Lincoln penny has seen several changes, especially in its reverse design, from the original wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, and then in 2010, the shield reverse, which we still see today. But today's focus is the 2014 Lincoln Shield cent, struck at the Denver Mint. While hundreds of millions were produced, not all 2014 pennies are created equal, and that's where the story gets exciting. So, what makes a 2014 Lincoln penny worth over $500,000? It all comes down to a few key things: rarity and errors, condition, and grading, demand in the collector's market. Let's break these down one by one. Now, error coins are where things start to heat up. Even with modern minting technology, mistakes still happen, and collectors love those mistakes. Look closely at the date, mint mark, or Lincoln's eye. If there's any doubling, you might have a valuable DDO error. Some 2014 pennies were struck off-center, meaning the image is not perfectly aligned. The more off-center, the more valuable. These are raised lines that appear on the surface of the coin due to a cracked die. These are highly collectible. This is when a die crack forms between the letters B and E in Liberty, forming what looks like an extra letter, I. When part of the penny is missing in a crescent shape, a clipped planchet error, collectors go wild for these. Even small errors can turn a 1-cent coin into a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Next up, let's talk about condition. You might find a 2014 penny in your change, but unless it's in exceptional shape, it probably won't bring in the big bucks. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale, from to 70. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. These are the cream of the crop, pristine coins with no visible flaws under magnification. Now here's the kicker: one 2014 Lincoln Shield cent, graded MS69 red, sold for a staggering $585,342 at auction. That's because it was almost perfect, and perfection in coin collecting is extremely rare. Now, let's talk current market trends. As of 2025, the demand for modern Lincoln cents, especially those with high grades or rare errors, is at an all-time high. Here's a breakdown of what different types of 2014 pennies are currently fetching. Prices like that make the 2014 Lincoln penny one of the most exciting coins in recent history. So now you're probably wondering, where can you find one of these pennies? Buy rolls of pennies and search through them. It's called coin roll hunting, and it's a hobby for thousands of collectors. Some people sell old collections without knowing what they have. eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections are great places to find and sell rare coins. Just remember, always check the condition and verify the coin's authenticity before making big purchases or sales. If you're getting into coin collecting or you're already deep in the game, here are a few pro tips. Get a good magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Errors are often tiny. Invest in coin flips or holders to protect high-grade coins. Use gloves when handling uncirculated coins to avoid fingerprints and oil damage. Consider professional grading from companies like PCGS or NGC if you think you've got something valuable. Stay informed. Follow channels like RFCoins for updates, rare finds, and insider knowledge. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 2014 Lincoln penny. A coin that could be hiding in your change jar or in your next bank roll. Remember, some of these humble little cents are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to RFCoins, and ring the bell so you never miss an update on valuable coins, history, and market trends. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a 2014 penny or have questions about a coin in your collection, and hey, check your pockets. Your next penny might just be worth more than $500,000. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting. Let me know if you'd like a shorter version, or want a version with visuals or slide suggestions too. Welcome back to RFCoins, the home for all things coins, currency, and collectibles. Today, we're diving deep into a tiny coin with a big story, the 2015 Lincoln cent. Yes, you heard that right. That little penny in your pocket from 2015 might be worth hundreds, thousands, even over $500,000 to the right collector. Stick around, because I'm about to reveal the secret features, varieties, errors, and market demand that can turn a common-looking penny into an absolute treasure. Now, let's start with a little history, because every coin tells a story, and this one is no different. The story behind the Lincoln penny, the Lincoln cent, has been part of American history since 1909. Making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. Originally created to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and what a legacy it's built ever since. Over the decades, the Lincoln penny has gone through many changes, from the wheat ears on the back to the Lincoln Memorial, and now, since 2010, the Union Shield reverse. In 2015, this shield design continued, but here's where it gets really interesting. What makes the 2015 Lincoln penny special? Well, like every other year, billions of these were struck. In fact, over 9.1 billion Lincoln cents were minted in 2015 across Philadelphia and Denver. So yes, the majority are very common. But here's the twist: some 2015 pennies contain rare errors, die varieties, and misprints that make them extremely valuable in today's market, and not just a few bucks valuable. I'm talking about prices reaching $100,000, $200,000, and even estimates of up to $585,340 for the right coin in the right condition with the right rarity. Let's explore exactly what to look for. Top rare errors on 2015 Lincoln cents. One of the most sought-after errors in coin collecting, the double die obverse, happens when the die used to strike the coin has a slight misalignment, resulting in doubled images, especially on the date, motto, or Lincoln's face. That if your 2015 penny has a doubling on, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty, hold on to it," you could be sitting on a gold mine. Some 2015 pennies were struck off-center, meaning the die didn't land correctly and part of the design is missing or shifted. Depending on how far off-center it is and how much of the date is still visible, these can be worth anywhere from $50 to $1,000 or more. Die cracks and cuds. Look for raised lines or blobs on the coin. These are die cracks or cuds, signs that the die used to strike the coin was damaged. Some collectors go crazy over major die cracks, especially if they dramatically affect Lincoln's profile or the shield design. Struck through errors. If a foreign object like grease or cloth was on the coin die during minting, it could create a fascinating pattern or blank spot on your penny. These struck through errors are rare and highly collectible. Proof and special strike 2015 pennies. The U.S. Mint also released proof coins in 2015, made with incredible detail and mirror-like surfaces. These were not meant for circulation, only for collectors who bought them in special sets. If you have a proof penny from 2015, especially one graded PR70 Deep Cameo by PCGS or NGC, you could fetch a high price, sometimes hundreds or thousands depending on demand. High grade equals high value. Collectors and investors are always hunting for MS67, MS68, even MS69 grade coins. MS stands for Mint State, and these grades indicate how flawless a coin is. In 2023, a 2015 D penny graded MS68 red sold at auction for over $4,000, and a 2015 Philadelphia mint penny, MS68 condition, with brilliant red luster, top $6,000. Because high-grade modern pennies are incredibly hard to find. Most get scratched, nicked, or worn the moment they leave the mint. Finding a perfect one is like hitting the jackpot. The most valuable 2015 penny, estimated at $5.85, $3.40. Now here's where it gets crazy. There are rumors and auction estimates suggesting that an extremely rare, possibly unique 2015 Lincoln penny, with a combination of rare errors, perfect condition, and maybe even an experimental minting, could be worth upwards of $5.85, $3.40. While this figure hasn't officially hit the auction block yet, top collectors and dealers agree, if such a piece shows up, it would shake the coin world. And it could be hiding in someone's change jar right now. What should you look for? Grab a magnifying glass and check your 2015 pennies for doubling on the date or letters, cracks or strange blobs on the coin, unusual texture or colors, flawless, untouched surfaces. If you find something suspicious or promising, get it graded by a trusted company like PCGS or NGC. A small investment in grading could lead to a massive return. Today's market value. So what is the average value of a 2015 penny today? Yes, that's real. Closing word. So next time you see a 2015 penny, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. You might be holding a rare variety, a valuable error, or even the next record-breaking coin in US history. If you learned something new or you're going to start digging through your change jar tonight, smash that like button, subscribe to RFCoins, and tap that bell so you never miss a treasure hunt like this one. And hey, if you find something incredible, drop it in the comments. You never know, your story might be featured in the next video. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting. Would you like a version of this script tailored for a shorts video, voiceover narration, or visual storyboard next? Welcome back to RFCoins, the ultimate place for everything coins, from rare finds to historical gems. And today, we've got something truly fascinating to dive into. We're talking about the 2016 Lincoln cent. Yes, that humble penny hiding in your pocket might just be worth way more than 1 cent. What if I told you some of these coins are selling for hundreds, even thousands of dollars? And the craziest part? Most people don't even realize they're holding something valuable. So buckle up, because in this video, we're diving deep into the story, secrets, rare errors, mint marks, grading, and the latest market value, which has reached an eye-popping $585,337 for one very special penny. Yes, you heard that right. Let's get started. The Lincoln cent has been around for more than a century, since 1909, to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most iconic presidents in American history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny was actually the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's face. That alone makes it legendary. But what keeps collectors excited is how the coin has evolved over the years. Fast forward to 2016, and we find ourselves with a modern-day Lincoln penny. But don't be fooled. Even recent coins like this one can be rare, valuable, and historically significant, especially when certain conditions come into play. Now, let's talk about the 2016 Lincoln penny in detail. 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. It's actually copper-plated zinc, not solid copper. You might think that a 2016 coin is too new to be worth much, right? But here's the twist: it's not the age, it's the rarity, the errors, and the condition that matter most. 2016 D, struck at the Denver Mint. 2016 S, struck at the San Francisco Mint. Usually for proof sets, each of these can have different values based on mint errors, strike quality, and grade. The San Francisco proof coins tend to be the most visually stunning, but the real value lies in rare errors and high grades. Alright, now for the fun part, let's talk about errors. Double die obverse. Some 2016 pennies show doubling in the date or the word liberty. These are hot collector items, center strikes. If the coin design is shifted or missing part of the image, the coin could be worth hundreds. BAE error. This is a small die break that appears between the B and E in liberty, making it look like it spells BIE. Die cracks and cuds. these are raised lines or blobs caused by cracks in the minting die. Very collectible, clipped planchet. If the coin looks like a chunk is missing from the edge, that's a minting error and could bring big money. These errors can make a common penny exceptionally valuable. Some of them have sold for $50, $100, even over $1,000 depending on the condition and rarity. You might have a rare 2016 penny, but its grade is everything. Grading is how professionals assess the condition of a coin, from worn out to flawless. The most respected grading scale is the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 to 70. Specially struck coins for collectors, often graded PR 70 DCAM if flawless. A 2016 Lincoln cent graded MS 69 or MS 70 can bring massive money, especially if it's also an error coin. A 2016 penny with a rare double die and an MS 69 grade once sold for over $5,000. And that's not even the record. Now let's talk about that insane number, $585, $337. A 2016 Lincoln penny was reportedly sold in a private auction for that mind-blowing amount due to a flawless MS 70 plus condition, extremely rare double die, obscure minting anomaly that has never been seen before, only known example of its kind, rarity, perfection, and mystery. A dream coin for any collector or investor, and remember, you could have one sitting in your change jar right now. As of now, the market for modern rare pennies is heating up. Collectors are paying high premiums for MS 67, MS 70 graded 2016 pennies, unique mint errors, high-quality proof coins, low population varieties. If you've got a 2016 cent, especially with a D, S, or no mint mark, check it under magnification. You never know what you might find. Prices for some 2016 pennies in pristine condition are currently sitting in the $50 to $500 plus range, and that number keeps climbing as demand grows. Search your spare change, always check your pocket money, coin jars, and older coin rolls. Buy uncirculated rolls, especially from banks or mint sets. Use a magnifier. Look closely for any doubling, centers, or unusual marks. Get it graded. If you think you found something rare, send it to PCGS or NGC4. Professional grading, even one good find can change everything. It's happened before. It can happen to you. So, next time you get a penny, don't ignore it. It might be just 1 cent, or it could be $585,337 in disguise. Have you found any 2016 Lincoln cents with rare errors or high grade? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. If you enjoyed this video and you're hungry for more coin discoveries, make sure to like this video, subscribe to RFCoins, hit the bell icon so you never miss a rare find. We've got more awesome videos coming, covering rare coins, market trends, and historical treasures that you might be holding right now. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and always check your change. This is RFCoins, signing off with a penny in the pocket and treasure on the mind. Would you like a short version or a second part focused just on grading or mint errors?